Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build. As always, I'm joined by Mr. DJ Trey57.
Hello, how's it going?
Once again, we're back in the world of Feed the Beast, and this is our Let's Build Part 3.
No, Part 2.
Well, if you want to consider your bridge Part 1.
Oh, yes, sorry, my apologies.
So this,
Part
of course, the Let's Build of the bridge is on DJ347 channel, so I'll put an annotation on my video on my channel from there to go and check that out.
Yeah, you better, won't you?
Yeah, feck off. Anyway, so today we're going to show this Let's Build kind of the same kind of point of views from the Ingus facility, where we actually just use our what was it, the camera sweep?
Cam Studio.
Okay, where we actually built our Wizard's Tower. And I gotta say, this little project was quite fun, I must admit. It was actually a bit of very repetitive, but I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it got really, really annoying when we were doing the roof, because it was just really awkward trying to make sure that everything fucking matched up properly. That was the most annoying part. But yeah, it was kind of quite repetitive as well. But yeah, I think it ended up looking pretty cool. But obviously the viewers will be able to decide that for themselves once we actually get to the end of it. So we were both working away in this one. I think that's the major difference from the ingot factory, because I don't think I was doing very much work on the ingot factory, was I?
No. Well, when it was coming into the outer shell, you didn't do as much. But when we got to actually the roof, as you can see in this shot here, when we came to the roof windows, you actually joined in. But the difference with this between the ingot factory, we decided to go into creative mode, as you will see us flying about, because we just thought to save some time when we were recording this on camera, off camera, but not doing it live, so whatever you want to call it. We decided to go into creative mode because just to save some time, and for the design that we were looking for, as you can see, we're using blue
zirconium.
The zirconium blocks. That was just going to take too long for the design that we wanted, so we decided just to go into creative mode. So some of the buildings you'll see as the series continues, you'll see some of the facility buildings done quite well, but most of them will be done in creative mode just for more of the appearance and just for it to look awesome. Is pretty much that's what the story is there.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned in the last video, that really we don't care about not having cheated in, or if you want to consider it that way, not having cheated in the blocks and stuff for the actual structure itself, because at the end of the day it's just supposed to look cool. It doesn't really matter. It's more the insides that are the really important part, and those are the bits that we won't be using creative mode for. Those are the bits where we'll actually be going in and going through an episode going, right, this is what we're going to do, how do we do it, and all that kind of jazz. So
yeah, exactly, I totally agree there. It's just it was more for just building up the structures itself that we decided just to go creative mode just for the looks wise, for it to look nice. But when me and DJ347, when we both sat down to this plan this whole series, how are we going to do this, so I was kind of thinking, why not implement both a survival let's play series of actually surviving, getting the resources, actually going, getting them and actually working for them, and building in, the whole called Let's Build, where you see famous YouTubers and other YouTubers make awesome monuments and buildings and statues from creative mode. So why not implement both kind of scenes of not scenes, but both genres, I suppose you could say, of the Minecraft and Feed the Beast style videos, by putting the both together in the same series. So why not go for that?
I don't think we ever explicitly said that we wanted to do that, but it kind of worked out.
We're kind of rolled into that way. Yeah.
Kind of naturally evolved from whatever we were doing, and I think that's the main thing about this. It feels natural, and we're having a bit of fun. We're doing it mostly just for the fun aspect, and then secondarily for actually recording it for YouTube and uploading it to people. So it's more just because we get a kick out of doing this kind of stuff, and then after that there's the added bonus of people watching it and going, oh, that's pretty cool, and commenting and all the feedback and all that kind of jazz. So as you can see, even with the sped up clips, it took quite some time to build this freaking tower, because I kind of made the design in my head and had to try and kind of go from there as I built it. So it was a little bit awkward, and I was trying to work out on the fly, exactly how many blocks high would each floor be, and how would I design the stairs, and this, that, and the other. We went through various different kind of revisions and stuff like that. And obviously, as you can see, the main task that we're still underway with was actually just to build the outer structure and put in the floors as well. So That took quite some time. After that, it was the roof and various kind of bits and pieces about the kind of the inside. And that's another reason as well, I think, that we did the kind of creative mode, is because it allowed us to not have to worry about what we were going to use or what exactly we were going to build, because we could, you know, just spawn in whatever we wanted and just experiment with it on the fly as we were going. And that's kind of how it happened, because as you'll see later on, when we decided to do just a small little bit of the insides, not any of the actual functional working bits and pieces, but just some parts of the inside, like what were they, tables and kind of desks to hold the bottles for Viz and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's actually not in this video.
Is it not?
No, it's actually not in this video. No, that's
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm going way ahead of myself.
You're kind of jumping ahead, yeah. No, this video is pretty much like, as you saw, it's pretty much cropped and changed, you know, from different design ideas put up on how it looked. We didn't like it, so a lot of this video is cut and cropped, like not only for like the sake of keeping your sanity, what the viewers watching this, but like also for us. You know, there was a lot of, you know, hit and misses in some of the designs, so we're like just going to cut all that stuff up. But yeah, like for this video only, it's just to show the outer shell. But like, just even we kind of decided, you know, as you can see, the blues are zirconium blocks in between. Like it was 4 or 5 blocks each one between before we put the zirconium back down again.
Something like that. I can't even remember.
But like, yeah, the roof was a pain in the ass, and then, you know, like as you see towards the end of the clip here, like, you know, that we had a bit of like mobs coming in and everything. Yeah. Like we had to clear that up, but not in this clip. It's actually not it, but like that is for a later episode where actually will build, like most of the buildings that we have done are shells. There's like a lot of stuff has to go in there, so that's for a clip. So like, yeah, as you say, with the jars and stuff, that would be a part to Feed the Beast with the Thaumium Craft 3. That it will be done in like an episodes, like there will be special episodes done for those. But like regarding the tower, as you can see, it's just pretty much it is what it is. You know, it's very repetitive. It's kind of like goes out into like a cup and then kind of comes back in again, so it's kind of a kind of oddly shaped bent ice cream cone.
That's pretty much exactly what it is. It's just a weird looking ice cream cone.
Especially with the texture pack with the nether brick blocks. Like.
Yeah, I mean, you could even see there as we were going through that we were kind of experimenting a little bit with how the arches and the windows and stuff would look. And as Viper says, that's kind of what we were doing. We were doing it on the fly. Try this, see does it work? Screw it. Okay, let's cut off these blocks and try it again. And the roof was just a pain because it was just it needed to look symmetrical, otherwise it looked crap.
Minecraft OCD for the win.
Pretty much, yeah. But even when it was symmetrical, or at least when I thought it was symmetrical, it still kind of looked crap. So it took a couple of revisions to try and get it right. And then, as Mr. Viper says, come nighttime, every single nook and frickin' cranny on that thing, and there was fucking Green Lanterns and skeletons and fucking crap all over the place. It was a nightmare.
It was not fun, but like, of course, for the entertainment value of this, I actually put that in. Where I actually go in with my bow and arrow and just like start picking them off one by one. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty much fun. Anyway, we're coming up nearly about halfway. Halfway
over halfway.
But also halfway into our clip. But here, I suppose we could talk about, you know, what is actually planned, because like when we're actually looking at this video, we're kind of laughing to ourselves because how much we actually built from this.
Yeah.
As far, I guess we could say is the whole facility is good as done.
Yeah, like that's one of the things. Like, obviously, we're recording this voiceover on this clip, which was recorded and kind of done. What was it, about 2 months ago now?
I say about maybe 3.
About 3 months ago. So there's been a lot of downtime for us in the Feed the Beast series, and what we did was kind of, we recorded all this stuff and then we just went off camera doing various bits and pieces. And there was one big session that we had where we went off and just built all the other shells, because I said, look, you know, there's so much time involved in actually putting together the recordings and doing the voiceovers and all that kind of stuff. Let's just build the shells and have done with it, and then do proper episodes on the innards, which I think would be much more interesting for most viewers, you know. So that's kind of what we ended up doing. So we had various different buildings. Like what I wanted to build was like the computer core, as it were. So a building that would house like computer craft stuff. I wanted to build a big area that would be kind of the quarry. So that would be where we would mine loads of our stuff and send it from there into another building which we built, which would be like the sorting facility. And that was a major thing that we built that we're going to have a lot of fun making an actual episode for, because the innards of that are going to be very complicated and very awkward.
Yeah, it's going to be very quiet. Not only like it's going to also be quite frustrating because it's pretty much going to be pipes. We're decided to use pipes, but I was kind of looking into what we're not going to use. As you can see here now, here's where I start taking out the little fucking
Mr. Viper's had enough.
Our little leechers decided to go for a free what's the term they called? Squatters. We've got our little squatters here in a little tower, so I have to give them a smack of my sword of doom, as I call it. But it's just pretty much I decided we pipes and then actual energy going across, so like redstone conduits and all that, which is going to be fun to make, which are kind of a bit of a pain, but it's more efficient for our fuel. And then we need an energy source, and as you can see, freaking jockey and everything is just disaster. It's just a disaster here. But look forward to that. But like I kind of like the way that our facility actually turned out in the end. It's quite. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. But it's in the pipeline. I'll sell the pipeline. Literally, it's probably going to be the next episode after this, to be quite honest, where we'll actually just give a quick tour of what the facility looks like.
I think that would probably be the best thing, because we put a lot of effort into it. We even, I kind of, there was certain bits and pieces that I was like, okay, this has to be there. So there isn't a huge amount of point in talking about it now, because you guys can't freaking see it and you won't see it until the next episode. But there's various different things, like kind of an entrance atrium kind of area, which has loads of trees and plants and stuff. And we kind of expanded the inside of our little compound, and then we added kind of various different bits and pieces on the top, like the sorting facility, the power facility, this, that and the other. So I think the best thing is just, as you say, the next kind of episode that we do, and as I say, it has been quite some time since we actually did any real work in this. The next episode we do, I would agree, we'll definitely do a kind of a walkthrough of the compound as well. Just
to pretty much to show what we've done while we're off cam, and as Mr. DJ357 has said, in our downtime, just pretty much like to go back just to show what we've done before we. It's kind of like show a quick summary before we continue on with like the story or the plan as of well, before we actually continue on with get stuff what we have to get done, and then we'll just pick building by building, and we'll just go from there. But pretty much like I'm quite happy the way it's turned out, and even with this Wizard's Towers you're going to see now in the next screenshot, I suppose, or slideshow, as you could say. Of how it actually turned out. It was quite a finished product, and I was actually quite proud of the design, and well done. I pretty much liked it.
It worked really well. Do we include in this what we did with the kind of central column?
No, just also like we just saw at the start, like the central column was built, but what we actually done with it is not. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
So stay tuned. We did something pretty cool with the central column. Tried out one or two things, and then we finally settled on one thing.
Which took forever.
It took absolutely forever.
It took hours, and even with cheating or not, it took hours. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be pretty cool. So we're kind of artificially building up the suspense here, because
something for you to look forward to.
Exactly, something for you to look forward to. There isn't a huge amount to look forward to in our videos, unless you're super crazy into it. So this is our way of kind of hyping ourselves up. So we're coming to the end of the episode now.
So that's pretty much it. All right, so lads, cheers for watching. Thanks comment, and subscribe if you already haven't done so. Until next time, this is Viper with DJ357. See you later.
Take care. Endless stuff.